What's up, YouTube? ProTech here. Back at you with another video on StarCraft, and a lot of people have been asking me to make a video about my thoughts on the new expansion, Legacy of the Void. And overall, the game is amazing. Originally I was a Brood War player, and when I first made the transition over to StarCraft 2, I thought it was just garbage. But I mean, I am the type of gamer that plays what's current. Like I don't dwell on the past, right? Like I'm not gonna play any more Brood War, right? So it just was what it was, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It wasn't like it was terrible, but it just wasn't the same. And of course, playing something for 15 years and then all of a sudden changing it, just literally the day StarCraft 2 released, I stopped playing it, or StarCraft 2 released, I stopped playing Brood War and I went to StarCraft 2. And so I mean that was my original thought on that. But I mean, as I started playing it, I started to realize that it's really not all that bad, and whatever. It never even compared to Brood War, though, in my opinion. And then Heart of the Swarm released, and when it first released, I didn't like it. I thought the new units were, speed vax and stuff like that. Of course, as the game evolved, it got more fun. I thought Heart of the Swarm was more fun than Wings of Liberty, but I didn't like it at release. Then along came Legacy of the Void, and I loved it. I absolutely love the fast pace of the game. I think the new units are awesome. It just makes it makes the game go a lot faster. You got to be more skillful with your precision, with your decision making, with the strategies that you decide to go with, and overall, just a brilliant game. And before they released the game, I talked about, because they were talking about changing the economy back in Heart of the Swarm, and 2 years ago I said, that's fine, you could do that, or however long ago it was. I don't know how long ago it was that they were starting to talk about these changes that they were going to be making. But I said that that's fine and dandy, but man, you got to get the matchmaking right if you're going to release this game, because it's going to turn into a nightmare for people like me who play team games. And so at BlizzCon, when they announced that they were doing a ladder revamp, I started getting goosebumps. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, this is exactly what we're looking for. And looking at the new units and stuff like that. And but then they released the game, and now we're almost 4 months into this ridiculous matchmaking. So my thoughts on Legacy of the Void is that it is a brilliant game, and it caters to the player who is better. And that's what I really like about it, is that you have to be the better player to win. Like, you can't not be the better player to win. And yeah, people are complaining about Protoss right now with the depths and stuff like that, and they don't really understand what the problem is. They think that it's the damage. It's not the damage, it's the shade. But yeah, there are some imbalances. But as time goes on, Blizzard will figure it out. They'll balance it, and it'll be the best expansion yet. And I truly believe that it is the best expansion right now out of all of them. And of course, it's not a game. Legacy of the Void is not a game that you can just casually get into. I mean, you can, but if you want to get decent at it, and with whatever game type that you choose to play, if you want to get high ranked, then you're going to have to a lot of time You're going to have to put a lot of time into it, because the game has changed so drastically. The pace is just so much quicker, and the transition was tough. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was used to playing a certain way for, however long it was, 4 years, because they didn't change the economy when they released Heart of the Swarm. That was all the same. So when they released that, the transition was pretty tough, and I had my rage, my share of rage, and my share of what I thought was imbalanced. And but as time went on, I figured out ways to deal with liberators. I figured out ways to deal with disruptors. I figured out ways to deal with adepts, and that's really what it boils down to. You know, time time cures all, as they say. But anyway, my overall thoughts on Legacy of the Void is that it's an awesome game. It's brilliant, and once I get the matchmaking right, man, we are going to have a great game. Like, it's going to be an awesome game. It's going to bring players back when all the balanced wine settles down and stuff like that, and the tournaments start, popping up all over the place. Like, it's going to be a fantastic game. It's just it's change, Every time something changes, it takes a while for people to get used to it, etc. So anyway, that's all I got for you with this video, guys. If you like the channel, make sure you subscribe, thumbs the video up, etc., etc., and I will see you next time.